What's up? Welcome to Twins Pitch. This is Tom Fromling from TwinsDaily.com. Tonight, the Twins beat the Red Sox 2-1. Best throw of the game came from Eddie Rosario, no doubt about it. Gunned down the game-tying run to end the game. We got to start there. Let's just roll right into that.
Off the wall. A high bounce. They're sending the runner in. Here's Rosario's throw to the plate. Wow. And they got him. Wow. What a throw.
Martin Perez got the start tonight in Boston, and he pitched well. The key word there, pitched. He did not have overpowering stuff. He was keeping guys off balance and making his pitches. And there were a couple of really interesting observations that came from the FSN crew early in this game. First up, from Bert Blyleven, noticing Perez's position on the mound had changed. Let's jump to that.
2-1.
One thing I notice about Perez, he's now working off the first base side of that pitching rubber to where the previous starts he was over on the third base side. Remember how many times he's missed inside with that little cutter? And most of the pitches are outer half of the plate. So, hey, move over on that rubber instead of missing 3 or 4 inches on the inside. That'll bring you over the middle part of the plate better.
Good point.
And I took a look back at took a screenshot from Perez's last start, and sure enough, here he is facing Miguel Cabrera, and you can see he's basically, his toe is right in the middle of the rubber here, so he's way over on the third base side. So pretty interesting thing to point out adjustment-wise. And then another one from it was just a good night for pitching information coming from the FSN crew. Audra Martin shared some information that she got from Wes Johnson about how he and Perez had been working on changing the shape of his cutter a bit. So let me share that with you.
Time for a little scoop from the clubhouse. As it often is, pitching coach Wes Johnson said the cutter will be key for Martin Perez here tonight, but specifically because of the adjustments he made this week to that cutter. Last outing, he said the cutter was moving too much. It was too big. So they adjusted the grip a bit, adjusted the release point so that it's smaller, meaning that it looks like a fastball until it's suddenly not a fastball. He said, keep in mind, he only started throwing that pitch this year, so it's not quite second nature yet, and realizing what he needed to fix shows just great awareness from Perez.
So interesting to see. It's always, you hear baseball's a game of adjustments and all that stuff. And, obviously 2 big ones just live, and the results were great overall. You can see Perez wasn't overpowering by any means. He only struck out 1 batter. He only got 3 swinging strikes, but he pounded the strike zone, throwing 70% strikes. So he was hitting his spots. The few balls he did leave over the middle, they were in counts where Boston was taking, or just the pitch selection threw him off, so they were taking. So he didn't really get hurt at all. The defense was actually awesome. Like, Perez was pitching to contact, which is not a good idea with the 2019 Twins, with how the defense has been in general. But they played awesome in the field tonight. 3 really nice plays. I've got those as well. Let's cut to those.
Chopper. Sano has to charge. Bare hand flips. Say, no, he got him. Weakly toward first. A dive and a catch by Crone. Crossing the line. C.J. Crone with a great play. Might be 2. 1. And Scope's strong arm comes in handy.
I was surprised that Perez was taken out after 6 innings. Gigantic bullpen, but only 70 pitches. However, one thing to point out is that the half inning that the Twins had at the bat was really long right before Perez got taken out. So I don't know if maybe that really long layoff had something to do with why Perez didn't come back out again or not. But we see this a lot with Pineda. When he's efficient, he gets taken out after 6 a lot too. So maybe, Rocco just sort of decided, well, he did his job for the night, pitch count, whatever. We wanted 6 out of him. We got it. Let's get somebody fresh in and a different look. And in came Trevor May. But the only run Perez gave up was on a Mookie Betts opposite field home run. That guy is just killing the Twins this series. But that ball's not a home run in any park other than Fenway. They've got that down the line is extremely short to right field, and then it really gets deep after that. It's a really weird part of the park. Everybody focuses on the monster on the other side, but that is even weirder over there. And Betts hit the foul pole. So let me show you that the only run Perez gave up, he only gave up 2 hits, and that was it.
You would hope that did not affect his shoulder. To the right field corner and deep near the pesky pole, and a home run.
All right, so that wraps up everything for Martin Perez. But what about the bullpen? Again, wasn't a super obvious choice to go to the bullpen at this point, but it ended up working out beautifully. And you know what? The Twins bullpen has been so money. They've been incredible. Especially May Duffy getting rolling has been such a huge thing. Getting Romo in there. Sam Dyson, unfortunately, he's been sent back to Minneapolis here to get his shoulder looked at again, but hopefully he'll bounce back. But yeah, I mean, 2020 hindsight says, well, yeah, that was one of the best decisions of the game, possibly saved the game, was to go to the bullpen. One of the things that makes me nervous is you're counting on 3 guys that end up being 4 guys to have it that night. You know, you just never know when a guy's not gonna have his best stuff, but everybody delivered. Trevor May came in and pitched a scoreless 7th inning. Another insane defensive play. We already showed a few highlights. I think this was the best fielding game the Twins have had this season. Jake Cave made a great diving catch. Let's quick jump to that.
That's to right center field, and a diving catch by Cave. Jake Cave in center.
But, you know, May pitched well, got a shutout inning there. And then Tyler Duffy came in and was just a dragon, just fire breathing, snapping off nasty breaking pitches. You can see he struck out 2 batters, 6 swinging strikes on his 12 pitches. That is insane. And I love the fact that he finished it off with a swinging strikeout and was emotional on the mound. He seems like a guy, this is maybe more when he was a starting pitcher a few years ago, who kind of is trying to suppress some of his energy, some of his emotions sometimes. So it's cool just to see him get excited and let it rip. Let's jump to that.
On the outside, recorded via strikeout. And his first one here in this 8th inning.
Fastball up in the zone.
Got him. What an inning for Tyler Duffy. Continuing to pick up strikeout.
And then in the 9th inning, Rocco sent out Sergio Romo to start that inning. That might have surprised some people, but considering who was due up, it was Mookie Betts and then Xander Bogaerts were the first 2 batters up. So sending out Romo, right-hander, made a lot of sense to start that inning. I think no matter what happened, Rogers was going to come in to face Devers. We talked about this after game 1 of the series when May gave up that big homer to Devers. Devers kills right-handed pitching. So just another really smart management move there, I thought, was having Romo go out and face the righties and then bringing Rogers in to face Devers, who he got. And then JD Martinez hits the wall banger off the monster, and Eddie Rosario gets the job done with a throw to nail the game-tying run at the plate. What a finish. We're going to have to end with that too. But first, I could watch that about a billion times tonight, and it's not going to get old. But first, here is the gigantic bullpen chart. Bullpen usage, you can see nobody really was extended tonight. The Romo with 13 pitches was the most. But it's going to be Pineda versus Plutko. Yes, Twins, Indians. Twins are coming into this series with a 6.5 game lead. Very low pressure on the Twins and insane pressure on Cleveland for this series. So that's a great situation for the Twins to be in. But again, this has been Twins Pitch. Do one of these for every game, just a very focused on the pitching recap of the game. Talk about some of this nerdy stuff, share some highlights. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. My name's Tom Froming from TwinsDaily.com, and thanks for checking this out. Let's get to Rosie one more time.
Off the wall. A high bounce. They're sending the runner in. Here's Rosario. Throw to